cooking. Ah, I got soap in my eye. And for some reason, I got the towel in the bedroom and not in the bathroom. Oh, good morning, everyone. Buenos dias. Oh. So, it is Thanksgiving Day. And you guys from India need to teach me some Indian. I just realized I have a lot of Indian viewers, and I'm speaking all these languages, and I never say anything in Indian. So you gotta teach me how to say like good morning or something. I gotta learn something in Indian. So anyway, today in the United States we celebrate Thanksgiving. So I'll be visiting family later on today. But the grind doesn't stop. So I was up before sunrise today. And let me give you a quick rundown. So last night and yes, I brushed my little hair what I have left. So last night I was doing coding into the night, enhancing my time management application, and did some reading in bed. I got some new books on Amazon, Python books. I was reviewing some class concepts and things like that. And so I grabbed my tablet and everything out of bed this morning, put it on my desk, and now I am going to jump right into it. See how much stuff I can get done before I have to leave to visit family for the holidays. I need to shave, man. This beard is getting out of control. So I'm going to probably make some videos as well for you guys, some more tutorials. I'm really trying to get a bunch of videos done. So stay tuned for that. Wait, what happened to my light? Oh man, I guess the bulb is dead. When did that happen? So anyway, more tutorials, and also I want to make some progress on the database stuff for the trading platform, previously called the Fix Engine project. Now it's trading platform because I'm going to be doing more than just the Fix Engine. We're building a front end as well, which I already have a basic GUI. But what I want to do is I want to connect the menu to the actual function so they actually will do something. And then I need to set up the quick fix library, so we can actually bring up the Fix Engine, hopefully. And then at that point decide where to proceed from there. But right now the main focus is on the database. I have yet to run any queries from within the application. So, you know what? I'll make that a goal today. Today I wanna send at least one query, a basic select query, which shouldn't be that difficult to do, from an application. So I'll use a menu item that's not in use right now, one of the buttons that's not in use, I'll plug it into some code that'll send a query to the database. So what I'll probably do is create I'll add database components to the package. So I'll create a module which has a function which allows us to talk to the database. Right? So we'll import that module to the main code, and then I got here all over the place, and then we'll be able to access the ability to talk to the database. Right. So first, I need to figure out how to talk to the database. So this is the general how I work, like my R&D flow. I brainstorm in a separate folder where I figure out concepts that I need to figure out to progress a main project that I'm working on. So right now the main project is this trading platform, and right now I need to figure out how to talk to the database using Python. So I'll create a separate folder, and in that folder I'll call it like DB whatever, DB talk. I'll give it some funky name, and then I'll create a Python script in that folder, and then crashed again. Always crashes. I'm enjoying my series, making fun of Google programmers because their stuff sucks. It's just I'm having fun just making fun of like how they have legendary status, but yet their stuff sucks. I don't think it's the programmers. I think they really do have some really good people, but Google as a company is horrible. So they can take the best programmers and end up with horrible results and awesome results. Can't hide the fact that they're awesome programmers. So some of the stuff they do is awesome. You know, the main problem with Google that I have is that they're unfinished. Like even this app, I think they've done a really good job with the app. They just didn't finish it. I mean, the ability of all the filters and the way the filters are real time. I can apply filters while I'm live streaming. That's awesome. But the crashing, you know, this is a known issue, and it's just like they let stuff sit. You know, it's like you build a great product, and then you have this crashing issue. You know, and you just let it sit there rather than resolving it. You let it sit there, and it could be years and years. And then one day they'll just say there's no more app. I don't think they're gonna ever get rid of the app, but they have done that with several products. So anyway, I'm gonna get my coffee going. This has become a routine. You guys know me. In the past, I've avoided coffee. I don't like the idea of addiction unless it's addiction to learning or something more positive. However, I'm also a strong believer in doing what it takes to get the job done. And for now, with me getting up so early and putting in as many hours as I'm putting in, this gets the job done. But long term, I would like to figure out a better solution in terms of the way things were before. So, you know, like I always was an advocate for exercise, good diet. So that's the thing. I've fallen off of my exercise and diet routine. So I'm gonna make some oatmeal as well. My stove is filthy. I'm gonna clean that up at some point in time. When you work hard, you gotta prioritize what you're spending your time on. So unfortunately, some things get put by the wayside while you prioritize on other things that are more important to you. Right now, it's more important to me to progress our project and learning than it is for me to have a spick and span stove. All right. So while that's boiling and my porridge is warming up, it's time to get up. It's time to get up. It's time to wake up. But I'm up already. A little bit late for that, man. That's my iPad over here telling me it's time to wake up. Time to get out of bed. Thanks, but no thanks. Look at that. That's the story of my life. So I recently have gotten back into Kindle, which is awesome. So I downloaded a Kindle app. I actually have the subscription I haven't been using where I can read a bunch of books for free. It's Kindle Unlimited. I'm like, dude, you can't run this big heavy book like that programming book I bought, which is huge. When you could, come on, it's 2018, digital, right? So you got these books in here. You can just swipe through. You can bookmark pages as well. I think one of the see that thing over there I think is a bookmark. Boom. Yeah, so you can remember that page, right? And then I'll show you some of my books. So there. I want to work on some memory exercises to help me learn faster. Got Python Companion, MySQL, trying to brush up on my Forex knowledge. Yeah, so I'm getting back into more reading. Learning overload. Learning overlord. Hey, look at that. CPU fans page is live. Maybe I should go check out his live stream. Sun just came up. I did actually another video, motivational video. Wow. Well, that's pointless. That was pointless. So anyway, I'm all set up here. Spent enough time on this live stream and did a video earlier. I was watching a movie last night. What was I watching? I was watching not a movie, series. What was I getting into? I was watching Special Agent, FBI versus Daredevil. Yeah, I'm really getting into Daredevil. Is it's getting pretty good. I'm liking it. But I gotta be careful of how much time I spend with that because I need to be getting this stuff done. I had some problems yesterday. I was doing some debugging yesterday. Some stuff was kind of strange. Like I broke my time management tool. Let me see what's up with that. Let's make an assessment on that to begin with. Where is my tripod for this guy? 1 second. Also, I did a new location. That's my VR mount for the Oculus on the ceiling there. Very, very high ceiling. I had to buy a ladder just to get up there. Yeah, I got a new mount location for the camera. This is the camera that I'm using. It's a 920, Logitech 920. So since I mounted my microphone on this Magic Arm setup, which is really awesome. I used the arm that it used to be mounted on, which could barely hold the weight of it. See behind the monitor there? I said, hey, this is a thing that I can mount things to, right? Let me put the camera on there. So give me some more options on angles, right? It's not the best close or perfect, whatever, but it's certainly an improvement. And then in the future, I'm going to buy a gooseneck mount, which will really give me some real flexibility. So, anyway, let me go find the. I think I know where it is. The mount for this phone. Where is the mount for this phone? It's either in my bag or. Here it is. It's either my bag or it's in my bag. All right. Put these legs out. And let me see if I can find you guys a spot. Find you guys a spot on my busy desk. Okay. So, move you up. And make sure this is down all the way. I think it is. Let's just make sure. Flip, flip. That's a trick. All right. Put you here. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see where we left off with this. So I left this thing running. I'm debugging it right now. Task complete.
How did it go?
How did it go? Good morning, Mr. 1995. I will tell you how it went. It went very well. I gotta plug in my iPad. Let's charge up. It's 100%. Oh, gotta love the iPad. It was standby for 6 hours, 7 hours, and it's 100%. And I was using it last night, reading. So, standby for 6 hours plus being on for, 20, 30 minutes for reading. Anyway, after action report. Enter.
Take a 5-minute break.
You take a 5-minute break. So it doesn't look like I got any errors this time. That's interesting. So let's start this process over. So I want to be clear on where we're at with this thing. So, declare. I do declare. Let's get this. So there's a VLC player. So just a little bit of feedback. So the VLC module is kind of like a wrapper for the VLC player. So one of the mistakes I made is I thought it was, and I guess that makes sense. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Because I mean, I'm, when you import these libraries, you're just importing code, right? I don't know. I was gonna say you can't simply import some library and expect to get the capacity to play sound, unless the ability to play sound is built into Python itself, which I do not believe it is. But then again, why wouldn't it be? Because VLC, what is VLC? Code, right? However, but VLC is not. Yeah, but it could have been. VLC is not like Python. Python scripts are. You don't compile it. Like VLC would be a binary, I believe. I'm assuming it's a binary. So no library is going to be able to, no Python library is going to be able to be a binary application. Um, However, it could speak to a binary application. So it could give you the ability to talk to the code that is VLC and do what you want with it, right? Acting as kind of like an API, in fact. I think that's probably what it kind of does. And I guess we can take a look at the VLC libraries. That's something I never did. Wow, that's interesting. What actually is in the VLC libraries? I'm gonna take a peek into the VLC libraries. If I can find them. Let's see. So anyway, so the this is annoying. This thing keeps getting stuck. There we go. All right, so we'll take a look at the code. But anyway, so point is, since you're just really talking to VLC, then you have to install VLC, the actual application. So I just imported the library, installed the library, and my code wasn't working, and it wasn't saying like VLC not installed or nothing like that. They weren't that nice to us, so I had to figure it out on my own. That's what the problem was. So once I installed the VLC player, then the code was working. And then the other problem I ran into was the way that the code works is when it calls VLC and plays the sound, it only runs as the script runs, right? So you have a 20-second sound that's being called by an application that only runs for a second, right? I didn't put anything in there that takes any time. Everything's quick. It's basically import the library, and basically, I guess it calls the player media player function, and then it actually plays the sound that I told it to play. One second. So once it's done playing, once the script is done, it shuts down, right? It's done everything you told to do, so it shuts down, which includes the ability to play sound. So basically, it doesn't wait for the sound to complete. It just does everything you say. It loads the library, it starts the player, and then it sends a play instruction to the player, and then that's the last instruction, so then it shuts down, which includes the playing back. So it seemed like it wasn't playing the sound, but the problem is that the script wasn't running long enough to play the sound. So all I ended up doing was adding a delay, so the script was live long enough to actually, for you to actually hear the sound. So all right, let me see if I can figure this out on my own. I'm not fully awake. I am not fully awake. Okay, let's open up a new tab. And let's go to root. I assume it's somewhere in bin. Just define dot dash name VLC. That's interesting. Maybe it's in user bin. That's weird. When I run find from here, it's giving me, I'm using the same command, it's giving me an error message. Find path must proceed expression. I did do that. Huh. VLC. Aha. There we go, the little recursive LS. So we have a VLC wrapper and VLC. So So that'll do us no good. So this looks like the actual binaries for VLC. User bin VLC. All right, so let me. Okay, let's get rid of all those permission denieds. 2 greater than dev null. So we have a few options. User share menu. App install, doc. That's not what we want. That is not what we want. Oh, this is a lot of stuff. Okay. So this is all the VLCs we have on this computer. So we got .config, wrapper in the bin. We got user lib VLC. So interesting. So this is probably what we want here. This user lib VLC. So user lib VLC, share local. Oh, there's another directory too. Look at this. The package thing. So user lib. Okay, so let's do this. Let's look in user, and let's grep for lib and do that. There we go. So these are all the libs. So let's see. I saw this reference in some of the error messages, so let me take a look at this. What is that? What? What did I just do? I didn't paste the actual. What? What is going on? Didn't I copy the directory? User local packages. Somebody's having fun in their car, truck. All right, let's do that. All right, we made it. Why does the screen look so foggy? What is going on? What is going on? I don't know why that looks like that. I can give you guys a better. Let's see, what if I put you here? I can put you on the. It's horrible. I don't even know what you're looking at. The tripod doesn't want to hold the phone anymore. It's like leaning forward. Why are you doing this to me? Why were you fine before? Now all of a sudden you're toppling over. What is this? Where's your muffin? I don't know what that's about. I can put you here. How about that? I don't know how good of a view that is. All right. So, Python, C types, bindings for VLC. This library is free software, blah, 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 blah. This module provides bindings for the libVLC public API. Ah, the API. So it imports C types, imports OS, imports sys, imports func tools. Used by Event Manager in the override.py from inspect import import logging. Great. Oh, I need to start using logging, by the way. I haven't been using logging for whatever reason. So need to stop doing that. Need to start making my applications more mature, which means logging. So when you have debug issues, you can get some information very quickly, rather than doing things very backwards the way I'm doing them now. See, that's the beauty. See, this is why I try to look at as much code as possible. I remember reading something recently that learning a computer language is in many ways similar to learning a human language that we speak. And if you're trying to learn a language like Italian, like when I was learning Italian, you
you want to expose yourself as much to the language as possible. You don't just study like counting to 10 and verbs and all this kind of stuff, and then that's it. You want to listen to Italian music, Italian radio, Italian programming, not program like computer programs, like shows. Um, Expose yourself to the language as much as possible. So, in a similar vein, when you're trying to learn a programming language, don't just learn like, oh, I'm going to get a Python book and learn all this stuff that, lists and tuples and dictionaries and classes and functions, um, polymorphism. What you want to do is you want to also expose yourself as much to the language as possible. So you want to look at as much code as possible. So look at code snippets online, and do like what I'm doing right now. I'm using the VLC library in my application. I decided, hey, let me just take a peek and see what's in the library. What are they doing? And just by doing that, I picked up on something I'm already aware, but it was a reminder for me. So I'm already benefited. I've only spent 2 minutes looking at this, and I've already benefited by being reminded that I need to add logging, right? So my applications will now be better from 2 minutes of looking at someone else's code, right? What else will I learn from looking at this? I will probably see things that I'm learning, so it'll be like a reminder. So it'll help me to remember it more because I'm being exposed to it more. Like this is just good stuff to do. I see they have a default encoding variable, which is interesting, UTF-8. I'm curious why they needed to set that. If sys.version info blah 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 str equals str, unicode equals str, bytes equals bytes, python 3 equals true, and then have a little note, translate string or bytes to bytes, else string, so a little validation there, making sure you know what environment it's being run in, making some adjustments as necessary before it actually starts running. Internal guard to prevent internal classes to be directly instantiated. Instantiation is a term that I learned from Java when I was learning Java a long time ago. So they have a function here called find underscore lib. Sets a variable DLL equals none. And path is set as os.environ.get Python VLC module path. So this is still sort of some checks that it's doing. We got an if, elif, else, plugin path. So trying to figure out what the plugin path is. So what is the good stuff? Begin. Class, memoize parameterless object. Caches a parameterless method's return value each time it is called. Def init self function. Def.func equals func. So these are the functions, some classes, list pointer, C-type object, class file types. Look at this. I remember this. Media player, I think I called that. Enum names. So this is class event type. And then there's a whole dictionary of enum names, numbers, so key pairs. media list, media player, audio device. So here it's broken down in, well, these are just the variables being set, looks like. My phone told me to wake up. I've woken up already. Go away.
It's CDO.
Oh my goodness. That lady again. That lady again. A bug in the Android. Makes that a high-pitched voice. Class meta. Title, artist, genre, copyright. So another dictionary. Meta actors, Meta 22. Enum names. I think as one of my side projects for learning, I might pick a simple application. Maybe this is a simple application. I don't know. Well, maybe not. We're at 9% of this library. 9%. This library is massive. So I might pick something simpler and read a book. Try to figure out all of the code and what it does. And learn from it that way. Wow, this is insane. Look at this. 22%, 30, 40, 50% is half of the library. 60%, 70%, 80%. We're at line 8,000 right now. When you get to the bottom line, it says bot. The last thing they do is a loop. It's interesting. The last thing in this library is a while true loop. An infinite loop. Interesting. It does a k equals getch and then a print then %s %k. K in key bindings k parenthesis. Elif k dot is digit jump to fraction of the movie. Player dot set position float. Key bindings, play, pause, second forward. Yeah, this is not the code or the library to learn from. This is massive. 8,000 lines of code. Anyway, guys, let me get more focused. Try to get stuff done so I can be able to spend time with the family. I want to get this done in time. So I think I might actually go to McDonald's. Grab my laptop. Do that. Grab my laptop. I'll go to McDonald's if they're open, and I'll get my McMuffin. That's what I love. I love McMuffin. I might do that. Might not do it. We'll see. Maybe that's going to start Thanksgiving when you're going to eat a lot of food. Guys, happy holidays. Enjoy your day, your weekend. I got a big deal coming in next week. I mean, somebody. I don't know what the I don't know what the numbers are going to be, but they're going to be big. It's definitely going to be in the six-figure range. Or the question is how high. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm definitely going to. Um, you got to know your worth. You know, I'm not. I'm not going to accept being short-term. Go away.
It's 8:05.
So whatever number they come up with better be impressive. All right, guys. I'm gonna send them back to the drawing board. Anyway, I'm out of here. CPU squad. I need that coffee. Out. CPU squad. Out.